Get ready! Woo! We on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. It's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars from one side of this world to the other than you made.
Drag your nuts, baby! Breakers Road, Grand Slam exclusive, son. Drag 'em, let's go! 101, baby, let's go!
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
Tillman Tap and the Nighthawk Knock. Let's go, baby! What up, baby? Let's go! What is up, Grand Slam Nation, son? Bringing the thunder.
Get ready! Woo! We on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive.
Cool! Let's go, baby! What you doing tonight, girl? Probably watching Grand Slam, isn't she, Big Joe? Holy shit.
There you go.
Holy shit. Wow. Yo, Clint.
What?
I'm gonna need a magnetic. 180. Holy fuck, dude. This was in the same case of Tiger. Boom! Hey! Let's go, baby! Told y'all we fucking bring the fucking heat, son. Woo! Oh shit! There it is! Oh my god! The fucking bomb! Get some, motherfucker! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! There it is, I got it. I got my fucking card! Let's go, baby! Let's go! Let's go, baby! Yes, baby! Told you we could do it! Let's go, baby! Boom!
Get ready! Woo!
What up? Almost ran it 3 times. What up, what up, what up? Hope everybody's doing good. Before we even get started, before I even say much, I'm going to go ahead and take a shot to the nation to have 338 people watching, just celebrating with us. I appreciate it. I'm going to say a few things, of course, about it, and then we're going to put it to rest. And then we'll tell you what we have planned for the next few weeks and then go from there. Let Rookie go home. Gary's chilling. One of his girlfriends has the flu, so we made sure Gary's staying away. He hadn't seen her in a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? We just want to make sure. So I came up here because, this had been important to me for several years. And if there's anybody I was going to celebrate with, it's y'all. Straight up. I started here by myself. Busting packs, couple packs here and there, laying the orders down, and getting to where we're at now. And so many people, they come along and they see what we all have built. Everybody, all the people that are watching, subtract the bottom 10, the 90% that are watching, myself, Rookie, Joe, even Philip, Gary, Bryant, Austin, all of us. We're the ones who did this. The things that we accomplished. I get the pats on the back. I get the kids who want to say hi at the national or, which is probably not fair to some people, but that's the way it is. And I'm aware of that. I know that had I not had my posse, I'd still be sitting down there in the end, grinding away, putting my orders on the showcases. But the first thing I want to do is I want to take a shot for you guys and for happiness, because I always wondered, like, I always felt guilty a little bit last year because we sold a shitload of cards, and to be quite honest, I was salty or not satisfied, and people would come up to me and say, "Oh, congratulations," or "Hey, good job." My in-laws at Christmas would say, "Oh, you've done so well," and I felt bad a little bit because I felt like I knew that there were people that were watching this crazy goal last year and were trying to see if we could pull it off. So over time, it became just something that was very important to me. So when we sold more cards than we should have ever sold, we worked harder than we probably should have, but we came up short. So I didn't enjoy any of that last year as far as the end. I enjoyed the Ginter part. I enjoyed having my own card. I enjoyed the camaraderie. I enjoyed the ride, but the end result, it just left a bad taste in my mouth. It just did. I can still remember being live, and I can still remember saying we're going to run it back. It was December 5th, because there's the check that I wrote. But December 5th, I said we're going to run it back. And I remember thinking, holy shit, how are we going to do this? We put such an effort in this year. And again, this has been a process for me, as far as building confidence in yourself or building confidence in your team. And the one thing I'll tell you is I was thinking, it was small-minded thinking. I wasn't really understanding that we could all grow, we could all get better, and stretch and get farther than the year before. I just thought everything would stay the same, and that's not how it is. Don't shortchange yourself. Just because you can't do something today doesn't mean you can't do it next year. And if you fail at something, you shouldn't let anybody tell you whether you're a success or failure. I don't care what your in-laws say. I don't care what your friends say. I don't care what your enemies say. None of that matters. If you sell $50 million worth of cards and you're not satisfied and there's something missing inside, that means that you got to figure that out and fill that hole. And you're the one who decides when you're going to be happy and when you've done the best you can. And, I know that now for the last few days, like I truly am happy, man. Today when I broke Immaculate was the first time that I actually had a lot of happiness opening cards again, because I think the stress of it just takes its toll, man. And that's okay, dude. If you're going to do big shit, to me, there's people out there that sell 10 million cards or 50 million in cards, 100 million, breakers that say they're better than me, but card shops that say everybody's going to say they're better than you. That's okay. That doesn't matter. It's what you think. I think we the best motherfuckers when you put it all together, baby. When you put the decathlon of sports card stores out there, there's nobody that does it all like we do as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, there may be better breakers. Yeah, there may be better online sellers, but they don't do what the nation does. So it is what it is, and I think that's what matters. But what I was going to say is, this shot is for you guys, and this shot is for happiness, because that's exactly how I feel now. I can honestly tell you right now, ever since I knew that it was going down, it's almost like somebody just y'all pulled me out of the darkness into the light a long time ago. But it was like there was still this little hole, because it's that self-doubt. It's, oh, you're lucky. Oh, Zion came along. Oh, COVID. All these things that the darkness will try to whisper in your ear is there. But, man, when you break through, man, it's just like that teacup gets full, baby. And mine is full. I ain't got, if I don't have shit to prove to myself anymore, straight 100, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you, I give zero fucks what the doubters think. I don't care who it is. I don't have anything else to prove to anybody. If I fucking never sell a baseball card again, I was here for a minute and I did my thing with the fucking nation. So, to fucking happiness, baby. Happiness. Let's go. True happiness. Just enjoy it, man. When you get there, just enjoy it. Let's go. I thought main thing I wanted to go over, these are the checks. That was the first one. We got that one in March. That was fucking too easy. So then my dumb ass says, hey, let's do $10 million. And then that was the next year, came up short. That was the worst one. And then this year, I thought we had a chance, but we just said we were going to run it back, man. Me and Joe were ride or die. And by God, we pulled this thing off. So just straight happy, man. It is. It really is. If people who love you, like your parents always say, I just want to see you happy. When you get married, I just want to see you happy. I hope my family sees this at some point. I hope my children see this down the road when they're wandering around YouTube looking for their old man, what his crazy ass was doing. I hope they are, if they want to see me happy, here it is, baby. Here it is. It's not because we sold a bunch of baseball cards. It's some of the things I'm going to mention that y'all did that a lot of people have probably already forgot about. I had forgot about them. But, yeah, those Immaculate breaks are dope. I have 3 boxes of Immaculate. I'm so addicted to that stuff. If anybody wants one, I'll bust one right now. Fuck it, right in the middle of the address. Let's go. I just wanted to go over some of the things that y'all did along that journey to remind y'all what the fuck we're doing this for. And, like, I think it's important for me to tell y'all, I get a lot of credit for, like, when Austin gets his car or Rookie gets his car. And really and truly, I'm the least of that. It's our customers and them. I promise you. I give you my word. Behind the scenes, the things you don't see, they've earned it. And then I didn't have that kind of money before I did this. You guys buying those boxes allowed that. Period. Everybody who's ever been a part of this, I don't give a shit if it's a collector's club, all the way up to Sean Barker, who drags so many nuts, it's hard. His fucking peanut cup is overflowing. You guys did that. I don't give a shit if you're unemployed right now. I don't care if you're in a pit. You made a difference in those dudes' life, period. You made a difference in my life. I will always feel like I owe you guys. That's just the truth. I always feel like I owe you guys. But you made a difference. But that wasn't me. I get the pat on the backs again for that, but that wasn't me, man. That was you guys. You guys should take some pride. The other thing is, people will sometimes say, why do you tell people how many things you've sold or your goals? Well, whenever you're a taxpayer and you actually pay your taxes, good, bad, or indifferent, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I ain't got to hide in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers, they roll out the red carpet for us because we pay our shit. So we'll say whatever the fuck we want to. We don't have to fucking... what made us a nation is we fucking beat to a different motherfucking drummer. We'll do whatever the fuck we want to do, So that's why. Because we can. Because when the check goes to the IRS, it's because we fucking reported that shit. So that's why we can do it. Hide in the shadows, you fucking bottom tenors. So, a few of the things y'all did was, I can remember you raised over $6,000 for one of the classmates I grew up with. He had a heart issue. One night we sold some cards live. Y'all raised over $6,000. We sent that check to him and his family. Done. When Joe had his stroke and he was going to have to move or be out of work, I think on a random Wednesday or Friday night, whatever it was, we donated boxes because of you guys. And in turn, we raised like $16,000 or $17,000 for Joe's family. That's life-changing shit, man. I don't care what nobody's ever given me 17 G's. This is, what you did was fucking, unbelievable. It was just unbelievable to me. When I look back on it, I'm like, wow. You did that. You donated $10,000 to my hometown just to pay for people's groceries at Walmart. I got the pat on the back for that. I got the fucking newspaper article. Why? Because of you guys. I didn't have $10,000. When I opened the store, I had $4,300 in the bank account the day I opened. I sure as fuck didn't have $10,000 to give to people who could use a boost. You go into a Walmart. It's one of my favorite things of all this is being able to be with a human being. Yeah, there will be 10 or 20% of people, they walk up there and they're buying all meat and they're, like big ass slabs of ribs, and you know that they're probably taking advantage of you. And that's okay. If you're going to do some shit like that, you got to be okay with that, because it's the other 80, 90%, when an older lady, cries, when a young mother gives you a hug and she's in tears. You are, just when you see the Walmart employees in awe and the happiness that you give them when you do something like that, there's somebody out here watching this, and I believe they'll end up doing great things. There's got to be somebody. There's got to be a reason that we're doing all this, and we're laying this all out there for you. And when you get there, when you start to climb, one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give you is to share with other people. Fuck, man, I've bought some nice things, and nice things just don't do it for me. There's been nice things I've bought, and then after I bought them, I've almost felt empty. It's probably, it's very strange, but when I opened this store, I never said to anybody that I loved, hey man, I want to get rich and I want to sell millions of baseball cards. All I wanted to do was make enough money so I wasn't an embarrassment and do what I loved. That's it. That was the goal. And somehow this got laid upon, on my plate just by luck. And we had some choices to make, and we did what we needed to do. But what I'm saying is money is not going to do it for you. If that's what that motivates you, you're going to burn out. I can tell you, it's just a wild ride, and money's not everything. For me anyway, it just isn't that important. Yeah, you want to have enough money to help people if you need to, but shit. For me, going into a Walmart where you grew up and helping people was one of the highlights of all this. Again, you did that. I get the pat on the back. I appreciate it, but you guys did that. You donated over $125,000 to St. Jude, I'm almost sure. They send us a t-shirt every week now. That's how much y'all drag nuts. Literally, St. Jude weekly sends us a t-shirt in the mail. I got to take a shot for that. Like, I just do. I just, it's like in life, like I would always get frustrated because you'd have these bottom 10 assholes and it would get me down. And it was almost like our game plan, we were able to root out all that nonsense, and we've just been running with some badass motherfuckers the last couple years. The Ethylene Thompsons of the world, the Tom Williamsons of the world, the Beeswangers, the dudes I work with. I'm telling you, if I went into a fucking gang fight, it's on. Gary would roll up in this motherfucker with his blue jean shorts and be ready to get down. And I mean, what more can a homie ask for? Like people that are really willing to ride or die with you, man. Straight up, y'all have St. Jude sending this store phone call. They call, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, man? You raised over $125,000. I'm almost sure it's between 125 and 130, I think. It doesn't sound, like there's nobody else in our industry that does that. There just isn't. If they are, good, great, but they don't have you guys. Like that's the whole point. Looks like you raised between 20 and 30,000 for the Tillman Foundation. I don't know the exact number. Obviously, the Tillman Foundation and the St. Jude Hospital are what's important to me. If you want to do this, no matter what it is, I don't give a shit if you have a lawn mowing business. I don't care if you bake cookies. I don't care if you want to open up a gun shop. I don't care if you want to be a doctor. Whatever it is, you need to find something to motivate you to do it. Whether that's charity or your kids, respect, whatever it is. Because you know, if you're doing it just for you, it's not going to work. You're going to have to find some other things to do it for. I mean, you guys, we were able to hand out $100 bills repeatedly at the National to kids. Hand a $100 bill to a kid at the National and see what his or her face looks like. It's just sheer happiness, man. They're confused. They might think you're a damn pedophile or something. You got to be careful. You know what I mean? Because they're like, what the hell? Their parents are looking at you like, what the hell? The kid's looking at you in excitement. So do it in a lit area with lots of people. You know what I'm saying? Don't just go handing kids $100 bills and candy in a fucking dark alley. You gotta be strategic with that shit. There's a whole lot more that I promise you'll never know, that you've done a lot. And it's not because I believe there's times to shine light and let the world see it. And I think there's sometimes that things need to be done in private. And let me just tell you, you've done quite a few things for people that needed it. And you had a profound impact, man. People send us letters. I've got hundreds of letters from people. A lot of those are things that you've done that you guys don't even know about. We got a letter this week from a nut dragger that invited us to come to his Catholic school to meet his classmates and talk to the class. I thought, man, has Sister Margaret seen our videos? I was like, man, I ought to roll up in there and just be like, drag them. But that's how far y'all have come, man. Y'all literally have kids asking us to come talk to their class or whatever. We got to write him a letter back. It's pretty badass. They ask you to write a letter. They'll read it in front of the class or whatever. So we're going to do that for him. But like, that provides me such joy that some kid wants us to write him a letter back. Some small little card shop, you know, pretty badass if you ask me. Obviously, I went over this earlier, but as far as changing several of our lives, I mean, Rookie is so appreciative. He'll come in here just about every day and tell me how much he appreciates this job, this opportunity. He's told me before how the first time he interviewed for the job, Philip interviewed him, said he wasn't a good fit here. His application or his resume sat. And Joe looked at it a second time and said, hey, let's invite him in and let's check it out. And Joe said, hey, this guy will work out just fine. And Rookie shared with me the other day that he prayed and prayed on that second interview. He prayed and prayed that he would get, the job. And I find that real interesting, because I look at how valuable Rookie is now to this operation. I'm like, damn, thank you, Joe. Thank you for fucking, fixing that. And to work with people like that are so appreciative of what you guys do for him, I'm just relaying the message. He comes in just about every day, bebopping in here with a big-ass shit-eating grin, and it's just like, man, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Everything he gets here, he earns, but he just appreciates you guys. He gives literally, you know how I am. I'm not big on these motivational speakers that say, I'll give 110%. That's bullshit. You can't give 110%. Rookie gives about 99.9%. I've, just really lucky. We're just really lucky to have him in that regard. But you've changed his life. You've given him purpose. These are things he's not going to mind me sharing with you. He's just like me. He's an open book. But he worked at a factory, and there were times where, he would go into work at that factory, and he would say to himself, man, I cannot do this for the rest of my life. I can't handle this. I don't want to do this. And along comes the nation, and you change it, and you take someone that's just miserable, and you make them appreciative and thankful and happy to be alive. Obviously, Austin's able to go to college, get a degree, associate's degree, rolling around in his new ride. That kid came here, was making like $10 an hour. And now you've set him up where he's got retirement and an opportunity where if he wants to start a family, he can. And obviously my life. Gary, something else, Gary too. You know, Gary was a supply guy here locally, one of the nicest guys in the world. But the whole Gary stick on the show, I believe, gave that man a purpose, pride. He gets such a kick out of it when he's in Columbus or Cincinnati or wherever, and people are talking to Gary because of the show, you know. And I feel like, hey, that's changing his life too, giving him pride. And, you know, he's always smiling. He's just happy, man. And obviously my life, you know, I've told you many times what you've done for mine, and it's never changed. It's always been that way. You know, just one of those things that it wasn't just my life. It was several people's lives that you've changed their lives, or my life. You know, with that said, I've always felt like you guys, you know, brought me into the light. And then once I felt that light, I was like, oh my God, I never want to go. Not only do I not ever want to go back to that, I try to reach back and get as many as I can, because I understand both sides of it. But, you know, really, all I can really say to you is, you know, if you're out there and you've been watching this journey, the reason I let this out, and I was an open book, good, bad, or indifferent, was because I believe there were some people out there who needed it and wanted to see if some slappy dude could pull it off with his crew. If it's real, it's not bullshit. One, I can tell you it is real. But if you know, if you do have that whisper in your ear, not everybody has that, man. Not everybody, that's not their journey. But if you do, whatever it is, I don't give a shit if you want to make bourbon. I don't give a shit. Whatever it is, if you do have that whisper in your ear, man, my advice from someone who racked up 25 million in sales in less than 3 years is pretty fucking simple. You have to go for it. You just have to. You know, I can't promise you success. I just can't. Who knows? There's plenty of people who don't succeed. But that's knowledge for the next go around. Without failure, you will not succeed. Hell, the first step into it is failure. But the one thing I will promise you is if you can muster up the courage, if you can ignore whoever's saying it, even if it's yourself, the one thing I will promise you is you'll have my fucking respect, 100%. I don't give a shit if you never sell anything, but if you're willing to just jump, you'll always have people like mine, people like me, I respect, because it ain't no joke. You're out here. I compare it to the two lions. You have one lion that's in a cage, and he's safe, never gonna have to worry about a meal, all the medical treatment he needs, but he's in a fucking cage. The small business owners, the free lion, no fucking cage, but he ain't got no fucking security. It's all on you. It just is. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's on you. And if you can make it, you will feel something that you've never felt before. Just the truth, man. So, from the bottom of my heart, man, go for it. You've got to do it. You're not going to do shit without taking that first step. You know, with that said, if you do decide to do that, whatever it is, man, I'm telling you to be prepared. You're going to have friends that become enemies. You'll have doubters. You'll have, you know, your enemies laying in the weeds waiting for a misstep. And if you don't misstep, they'll make up a misstep. And the only way to fucking shut them the fuck up is success. Keep fucking climbing, just like the eagle, man. The crow will peck at the eagle's back, and how the eagle shakes off the crow as it climbs. The higher the altitude, the crow can't breathe. So what the fucking eagle does is it climbs to higher altitude. That's essentially small business. That's essentially doing your thing and dropping off the motherfucking bitch crows. Feel me? Obviously, you know, if you don't succeed that first time or that second time or that third time or that fourth time or that fifth time, I think there's something out there where Abraham Lincoln lost like 10 or 12 fucking elections and then became president of the United States. I believe the bigger the struggle, the sweeter the success. I was covered in failure. I felt like I let my father down several times in my life. I felt like I let my family down a couple times in my life, and it was weighing me down. And to get from there to here, it may not be easy, but I ain't the smartest guy in the world. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'm just happy. I don't, what's next? People keep asking me, what's next? Whatever the fuck we want to do. If we want to take on the biggest, baddest motherfuckers in this industry, we will. If we want to go fucking buy a racehorse, we will. That's the whole thing. That's my whole point is once you get there, you start building confidence and you can think you can do whatever you want to do. So, I don't know what's next. Don't really give a shit right now. I just want to enjoy the moment. The next couple weeks, starting tonight, I have some orders, like 5 or 6 orders that I'm going to bust tomorrow during the day. But starting tonight, all the way through this week and next week, we're going to take a break. And it's just because we need a break, man. This has been a wild ride. And once we get through it, we'll figure out what we're going. I mean, dude, we'll process all orders. Our collectors clubs are already going out. We're just not going to be live for a couple weeks, guys. And then we'll be back. We'll figure out what we want to do. That's pretty much, all I wanted to say, but it was important to me to say it to your face. Whoever tuned in, all 300 of y'all, I appreciate it. Y'all know how important it was to me anyway. My children have taken some bullshit because of the things I do on this show, or people that they see in Twitter that are insulting or whatever. They've probably been the most shortchanged. So I want to make sure I try to make up for some of that. But other than that, man, there really are no drawbacks. You guys are the greatest customers on the planet. I believe that with all my heart. Any dark alley y'all need me, I'm right here. Really, that's it, man. Zion, the man who built it. Nothing but love. Second shot. Here we go. Thank you again, for real. I say it a lot, or I have in the past. Maybe I haven't said it in the last month or two because I was worn out. But now that this dust is settled, man, when I'm by myself or when moments quiet, man, I'm always thinking about you guys and what you guys did for me. And it's the greatest gift other than my children, other than January 7th. 2004. Other than January 7th, 2004, the day my twins were born. This is the best thing that ever happened to me. Good, bad, or indifferent. All the bullshit we dealt with, all the negativity, all those things. They build you. So don't run from that shit. Don't run from the drawbacks. Go fucking enjoy that shit because it's going to make you. The good times, the shit. You need the bad times. You need the fucking tough stuff. You need your friends to turn their fucking back on you sometimes. You need people to talk shit. You need all that, man. Don't run from it. Don't be a pussy. Be like us, motherfucking nut draggers. All right, here we go. Last shot. I'm going home, man. I'm going to chill. To the nation, from here on out, man, I've done my part. I've been an open book for you guys. If you want to know how to do it, go watch these thousands of videos we've done the last couple years. I don't want to do that shit anymore. I do know that. I don't want to be just an open book anymore. I've done my thing. I've done my part. But with that said, it's been one hell of a ride. I got nothing but love for y'all. Straight up truth, 100%. Holla at your boy. Thanks again to everybody who worked here too, man. Either you did work here or you work here now. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have done jack shit without you. Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go. Woo! Better tell them motherfuckers we coming if we want to do it. Let's go. And that's 2020. Holla!